So Instagram took away your ability to download your videos again. I just saw that last night. But anyway, I was thinking about this just now, how sick in the mind this is. If you think about Marcus Garvey, look to Africa for the Messiah rhetoric. But if you really look at the value, if you really look closely, the Jamaicans sided with the British over Ethiopia's Ark of the Covenant. And now on the news, there are certain people discussing how Dr. Mumby, for example, the Ethiopian and the Go Black to Africa channel, both on YouTube. Ethiopia is still lamenting over the fact that British Museum refuses to give them back their Ark of the Covenant, or the Ark of the Covenant. They lied and said that the shit was in Ethiopia church. It ain't. How could it be in two places? And Britain says the only way we'll give it back, we will not give it back. Only way you can have it back is by temporary means, or for a temporary period of time, and you have to pay us for it or some shit like that. That's what they said. You know, that's what they said. You know what I mean? That's what they told them. And if you think about Jamaican people, they are so deep in Britain. They're not in India. I went to India. The Nigerians are in fucking India. See, everybody running into the wrong place. They're all corrupt. Who knew that the Jamaicans were? If you decided to compare an African country such as Nigeria with a West Indian island nation such as Jamaica, and just throw them in the same box, you would have to say that Jamaica is corrupt, or was. It's a smaller place. It's a much smaller place. I wonder what the population is. I think I could look that up while I'm doing this. So they would be able to clean up their corruption much quicker on the land, because I mean, right? You know. Because they have Eastern European investment over there in Jamaica. They have Eastern European investment. Eastern European. And that is sick in the mind. If you think of Marcus Garvey's her rhetoric. I wish it was East Asian, but it's Eastern European. And these Jamaicans, they're not deep in India. They are deep in Britain. They so didn't go to India. I so did not find them in India. I so did not find any Jamaica, not one. I was there for 4 months. I was isolated. It was deliberate. It was intentional. And I damn sure was paranoid or whatever. And I certainly stayed in my apartment when I wasn't around my acquaintances and my friends and what have you. Without a shadow of a doubt now. But because it's corrupt in India. You see how they treat the melanated black men. I saw how they treated melanated black men who were not Indian. Or who probably might have been Indian. I don't know. I saw how they treated the Eastern European or the West Asian. I think that would be Eastern European. A friend of mine from Serbia. He refused. They wouldn't give him citizenship, residency, membership, whatever, citizenship to the village Oroville, and he worked for the village because you have to do a 2 year like a internship, and he worked for them for over 2 years. I think it was more than 2 years, and they just don't give it. They just, you know. But I met a lot of Nigerians, a lot of Africans from Rwanda, from East Coast of Africa and Nigeria in particular, West Coast of Africa. And I met one in particular. And interestingly enough, he was named after a tree. I guess it would be an African tree. His birth name, of course, by his parents. And he said, man, it'd be so easy for me to become a member of Oracle. I'm not doing it. Do you know how hard it was to stay there? Imagine what people go through. Imagine people like him is nothing to him because he's a hoodlum. He's a hoodlum. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing to him. He said he wouldn't do it. And I just compare that in my mind, who they discriminate against and where they're from. Because the Orovillians that are called European, because all Europeans, they're up in age, man. They're so old. They like, if you think of a white person, maybe they're 50 and up. You know what I'm saying? And the girls, the female Europeans that are Orovillian are younger than me. Right? So you see what they're marketing. They're marketing interracial marriage. Because I met one girl, she wasn't an Orovillian, but she might become one. Oh, she was German, this bitch, man. Her name was Zilka. I call her the Zika virus. She might become, maybe that's what she was doing. She was rooming with a native, a local, they call him a native, an Indian, who is not Orovillian at all, but he's a Tamilian, and she did some shit, and then she left, and I think she went back to Germany, and then she came back or whatever happened, and then she became his girlfriend. Now I don't think he's divorced, but he has 2 kids or 2 or 3 kids, and they're men over there. What they are, they're absentee father. They don't take care of their children. They don't, because they have the Hindu system in place, and people are going to be dissatisfied with a system that's 5,000 years old. They're not going to feel right, So he clearly would make a horrible father. If he put his effort in, he wouldn't make a horrible father. He would make a good father, because I met him, decent man. But similar to my father, they're not like that. They don't want to do it. So his wife or his ex-wife and his children, they never see their father. We're all the same age. We're all literally all the same age. And so she came back to India. She came back to the neighborhood, because I wasn't living in Oroville, could not afford it. I was living down the road, down in the neighborhood outside of Oroville. And maybe her plans was to become an Orovillian, and she would get in. Why wouldn't she? She's Caucasian. She's a European. She's German. She's a white girl, not like Boris Kojo, but she's a white girl. And I was just thinking about my friend who was working on this shit, and he said they won't give it to him. And he's been doing what he's supposed to do. And you could tell when you're in a situation like that, you could tell when they're not going to consider you. They're going to make you wish that you were part of it, and they're never going to give it to you type of shit. And they'll keep on milking off of your ass, the presents and shit. You know what I'm saying? And so I could tell, now with all of this stuff going on, if these people really are still in India, You never know how things might have turned around. Possibly. You know, these Indians, black people are known to be hard. Human beings are known to be hard-headed. Right? Them motherfuckers is like that. So, the Jamaicans should have taken their ass over there to the fucking Indians and started a war with their asses. And got involved. Brought their Rastafarianism. Fought a war over it. Shed some blood over it. In the right place. And it wasn't Africa. I put it like this. It seemed like all the Jamaicans went to Africa. That's what it seemed like. And if any Jamaicans went to Asia, it so seems like they did not go to India. And that's my perspective based on the part of India that I've visited. I was there for 3 months. And that's Tamil Nadu, southern Tamil Nadu, southern Puducherry. I was there for 3 months. Or I should say, yes, I was there for 3 months. When I went to Hyderabad, I was there for 2 weeks. I didn't see no Jamaican type of people. I didn't go out much, but come on now. Why would they be in Hyderabad? I don't know. When I went to Kerala, when I went to Kovalam Beach, Trivandrum, I didn't see no Jamaican motherfuckers. So the French are winning in India. Because Puducherry is a French town. And the woman that helped Sri Aurobindo found the Aurovilian village that I'm talking about, that I went all the way to India for the purpose of seeing this place. She was French. She was a French, I'm sure she was half Indian and half French. Because her complexion had the hue in there. She was French. So the French is winning over there. The British ain't. The British need to be winning over there. Because the people poor as dirt. Like, it's just real bad. Or they should just be fighting each other. Everybody should be fighting each other in there to uplift the... But I'm sure them Indian people ain't having that shit no more. I'm sure it's been a long time. And them Jamaicans, man, they went to Africa. And if any Jamaicans in particular, West Indians, Rastafarians, Jamaicans in particular, because I know the Jamaican population in Britain is deep, it's heavy. And I don't need to go there to find out, to prove my point. I know it's there. If there's a Jamaican presence or West Indian presence in Asia, it couldn't possibly be in India. They should have went to India. Them Jamaicans should have went to India. Them wild boys. And the ones that were murdered in Africa because they were trying to be entrepreneurs and shit. The ones that, Africans are not, you're not African. And if you are African, you'd be better off in India if you are. This is crazy. You'd be better off in India if you were African. So now, you'd be more successful at whatever you're fighting or whatever you're doing in India. They have a Jamaican village in Ghana, though. A Jamaican village in Ghana. They do have that. But I'm sure Ethiopia and Ghana are over 1,000 miles away from one another. They haven't got much to do with one another at all. And people are choosing sides and shit. And I just gotta say it again. That Marcus Garvey rhetoric, look to Africa for the Messiah and such like shit like that. Let me say, man. They should have went to India. I'm sure by the time I was born in 1985, somebody should have figured it out by then. Right? That we're going to have to switch gears and move. I mean, Peter Tosh was murdered in his home country, probably his hometown, I'm not sure. Bob Marley was assassinated. He was poisoned. He was given cancer. He was assassinated by the CIA. And Peter Tosh was murdered by his own kind. Let's make that point. But them damn Jamaicans in Britain, they're oppressing us. Because their skin is darker. And so they're stronger. And they're oppressing us. That's why them Jamaican girls beat that, what's her name? The one that got disqualified for smoking marijuana from the Olympic trials. Whatever her name is. They beat her girl, man. They really, man. They oppressing us. You know what I mean? This is how they get back at the Ethiopian. Because, you know, when I went to India, you know what they said to me? She's Ethiopian. Maybe they're right. Maybe that's why I'm so damn hairy, huh? Maybe I'm related to the Queen of Sheba. Maybe they're trying to get back at the Ethiopians or something. I got punched in the lip by an Italian man on Fordham Road. I'm telling you. Oh, that's the other part I didn't say yet. I don't believe that the Ethiopians were defeated the Italians. I believe that the Italians invaded, like history say. You know what I'm saying? They invaded. I don't know what that means. You know what I'm saying? But for a population of Ethiopia versus a population of Italy, I would never expect Italy to win. Because Ethiopia's population should be much greater than Italy's population, which means their military should be much more prepared because it's Ethiopia. Ethiopia's been around for much longer than Rome. And what was Sparta, right? Sparta, Greece. Ethiopia's been around much longer than Italy has been around as a nation. So what did I say? The Jamaican national bird is the doctor bird. That's cute. Yeah, they monopolize with the. That's what Jamaicans been doing for a long. That's why they're so aggressive. I got hit. Oh yeah, where's that cut at? Let me see now. After 3 years, let's do a check. It clearly is not on the left side of my head. Look at the hairline. I got hit in the head at twice in the same place, at least twice. When I was 11, I got hit in the head with a rock, and that sent me to the house. They didn't do stitches, but it was just a rock. But somebody's girlfriend that I was sleeping with hit me in the head with a liquor bottle, and I didn't go to the hospital. I didn't want it. I was embarrassed. I didn't go. But let's do some. There it is. There's a line. Oh wow, look at it. See, I'm Jamaican now. They can't deny me now. I'm officially a Jamaican. Look at that. There it is right there. Anyway, here I got punched in the lip. Oh wow, it's gone? Are you serious? No, it was the upper lip, huh? Isn't that interesting? I got hit in the lip twice, and I got hit in the head twice in the same place, not in the lip. No, I didn't get hit in the lip in the same place twice. I got hit in the lip in two different spots. When I was a child, when I was a kid, me and my cousins was playing in the pool, and LaDon was practicing his backstroke, and I was practicing my dive. So I dive into the pool, and then I start coming up, of course, and LaDon starts to push against the edge of the pool to practice his backstroke, and the back of his head hit my lip and exploded. And I used to go like that all the time, and I'm sure it was the right side, because I just felt it a little while ago. I'm sure it wasn't the left side. But it's been 30 years. It's gone now. There ain't no way to really tell. There was no stitches. This is where I got punched in the lip on Pelham Parkway and White Plains Road by an Italian American in his Ford Expedition. He got out of his Ford Expedition, walked onto the sidewalk, started arguing with me, called me a bitch, and blah 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 blah, and then hit me about 4 times. And I got 7 stitches. He hit me here. I would like to think that he only hit me here once. Once you see the blood, you would be afraid, and not be afraid, but he was one of them. These men are bitches, man. They so used to being up there and being the aggressor. They don't have any civility about them. So I remember his face too. When he saw what he did, he was like, oops, oh shit. And he turned with his fat ass. He turned and, went back to the driver's seat of his car. And I'm thinking, yeah, I think when he saw the blood, he stopped. Yeah. So, but he hit me 4 times. But anyway, I think I got hit in 2 different places. At the top. Or was it the bottom? Don't remember. What's this right here? Alright. Back to what I was saying. Italians invading Ethiopia. Them Ethiopians in India saying I'm Ethiopian. Stop. That girl on YouTube, they're wrong. Them Jamaicans are wrong, man. I'm sorry. Jesus Christ. That shit is crazy. Them Jamaicans are wrong. They told her that her goat's beard and her mustache was beautiful. It is not beautiful. It so is not beautiful. You know what I'm going to do? Where's the remote? It so is not. I found the remote. When I can't do what I did last night. I don't want to lose the stream again like I did last night. I had to record that video twice.